A little push charge. You're a little too close for that hotness, but
nah, just go for it.
No, just go for it, man.
Don't worry about the concussive blast or anything like that.
Oh yeah, you got him. There you go. Look at that guy just fell out of it.
Nice. Hold my hand. It's coming.
I don't want to watch. Shepard. What's going on, everybody? Pleasure to be back with you. We're the guys from Pop Culture Field Manual Podcast. As always, my name is Cameron Fath. I'm a former Army Ranger at a 2nd Ranger Battalion at Fort Lewis, Washington. And with me, as always, is
Israel Wright, former Green Beret out of 1st Group, also Fort Lewis, Washington. Good to be back, folks.
Today we're going to be taking a look at some Call of Duty gameplay, but you know what? Sometimes it's nice to take a step back and play something other than a realistic first-person shooter.
Why, whatever do you mean, Cameron?
I'm talking about Raid Shadow Legends. It could be the perfect game for you.
Raid is a free-to-play fantasy RPG on your mobile device or PC, filled with over 600 champions for you to collect, customize, and level up, and take into battle against the nastiest, the hardest, the baddest of foes.
Raid also has an insane variety of bosses. Let's put one of those guys on the spotlight, shall we? The Guardian of the Void Keep, Malik Kavar.
The main trick to fighting Malik is dealing with all the poison that he puts out, and it's a lot, like his toxic masculinity.
It is a lot, and not to mention, he has an ability that deals all the poison damage at once, which could wipe out your entire team, so you must be careful. His poison debuffs can't be blocked or resisted, so you either need some shield buffs or a healer to counteract this ability.
Now, if you can cleanse the debuffs to this boss, you'll be good to go because he doesn't have a wide variety of attacks, mostly his poison stuff.
And of course, with Halloween coming up at the end of the month, Raid has you covered with all the spooky specials you can ask for. This includes your chance to collect fragments, champions, and participate in insane tournaments with other Raid players globally.
With Raid being one of the biggest and best apps out there right now, there's no better time to join. So click on the link or scan our QR code, and you'll even be welcomed with an awesome champion, Chinolu. 200,000 silver, 1 XP boost, 1 energy refill, and 1 ancient shard. So you can summon a champion right when you get into the game. How about that, folks? How about that deal?
All this treasure will be waiting for you, but it is only available for the next 30 days and for new players.
So what are you waiting for? Get out there, go play, go, go, go! Get it! And today we're going to be looking at some very surprising, some very tragic and sad, some very emotionally engaging footage from Call of Duty Modern Warfare Remastered Shepard's Betrayal.
Officers, man.
I know. This is why we shouldn't have officers around, really.
Snipers in position.
Strike team, go.
Loose ends.
We're playing as Sergeant Gary Roach Sanderson. Look at
in
those
there too,
beautiful mountains. There we got a little sniper team as
Yeah,
Overwatch.
What a beautiful remaster, yeah.
Like, I played this mission a whole bunch of times. Not the remastered version, but the standard. And I'd never noticed that they have like that sniper team there, supposedly providing Overwatch for you. But when it hits the fan here.
Whoa.
Right here.
What the heck?
Get down, bro.
What happened? What was that? Was that a bomb?
So it's a mine. Not sure what type of mine. It resembles like the bouncing Bettys in World War II. You know what I'm talking about?
Okay.
When an explosion goes off, it goes up and out.
Right.
The best chance for survival, especially when experiencing something as they are, is to just get down in the prone and, hopefully God's on your side or something.
Yeah. Ambush from lower ground. That ain't a good position to be in.
They need to push through real fast and aggressively. So this is actually a battle drill that we work in the military. It's react to ambush near or far. And basically it is probably the scariest situation you can find yourself in if you're about to be in a firefight. The enemy's right on top of you. They've gained fire superiority. The best thing you can do is what we call a turn and burn. Whatever formation you're in, you're just gonna square up with the enemy. You're gonna utilize everything that you have as far as your massing of combat power. So if you got 2 4.9s like we do in the Ranger Regiment, we got a bunch of frag grenades, smoke grenades. We're gonna utilize everything that we have. The saw is gonna be rocking. M4s are almost on full auto. You're gonna go cyclic, which is your highest rate of fire, and you're just gonna try to Rambo through the ambush and clear through it. You're probably gonna take casualties, which makes this battle drill one of the scariest, but pretty much you need to regain the initiative and basically hammer the enemy and make them regret ever ambushing you.
Hey, Draculis. Draculis Gaming. How you doing, Draculis? Thanks for
What's
the
up,
footage, my
bro?
friend.
You're gonna do a little HVT nab.
Got a lot of grenades. I love popping
A lot
those
of
grenades out there.
Utilize them. Smoke them if you got them,
Or they're
man.
pushing in hard. I love that.
Let's do it. The only thing with this, you know, real life consideration is just understanding the frontline trace. So communication is going to be a huge factor of the success of this ambush. It's pretty much because there's so much chaos happening where you really need to communicate with your team, because if they're pushing through and they push two in front of you and you know you're got adrenaline going, you're trying to eliminate the threat, you might accidentally smoke your own dudes.
Yep.
So communication is imperative. Staying online with your group, pretty much looking left and right, see where your friendly forces are and pushing with them is extremely important. That all comes down to communication.
Well, these guys have been together for a long time.
Oh yeah, they know.
They have a good sixth sense with one another.
Boosh. Get it. A little bit of air assets. Nice.
Yeah.
We have not spotted Makarov, and no one else has left the house. Those trucks may have been decoys. Over.
Oh, thank you. Advancing on the house. Let's go.
We got what? We got 2 houses there.
No, one house.
One
house looks like it. A little safe house action.
I mean, Russia somewhere.
Ooh,
Ah,
a
look
little
at
push
this.
charge. You're a little
Push
too
charge.
close for that
Okay.
hotness, but
Nah, just go for it.
No, just
it's
go
fine.
for it, man.
Don't worry about the concussive blast or anything like that. Don't worry
Don't
about your
set
airguns.
those stand. Oh, that's a pretty. That's a close shot to your boy
that's it.
there.
All right, Georgian Russian border. Okay.
Georgian Russian border. About to look for Makarov. There you go. Bang that room, man. If this
I
was
love
me,
it.
I'd
The
be
banger before we
flashbanging
go
every
in.
single room.
Yeah, every single one. Now, see, it looks like they're blowing through pretty quick, so maybe it's some sort of like, you know, if it's a situation where you got a time limit, and then you got to get in real quick. Oh, that's an accurate representation of that flashbang effect.
Yeah,
right there.
they will ring your bell. Let me tell you from experience. One thing that I did notice is that they're just rushing into the house.
There's no organization.
There's
Everyone's
no
kinda
real
going
organization
everywhere.
or structure to this. In real life, before even entering this building, there would be isolation and blocking points set up. So basically anywhere where the enemy is likely to come from or where the enemy is likely to egress if they're running, we can take them out from those positions. And those get set first. So they prevent the enemy from coming in. It's another squad will set up more blocking positions, but closer within the building, and they isolate the building, keep people from coming out, essentially. Then once that's set, then you would push in. They kind of just ran in there, set a push charge right on the door, and blew it, and just ran in. They didn't really set any conditions, which is really important, but I understand that this is a video game, but a little information for you.
Scarecrow, give me a sit rep.
Damn, where was he keeping all
Yeah,
these
where are
charges?
these charges coming from?
Damn, either he's got a real big ruck on his back and he's able to, you know, have Mrs. Incredible arms and reach
Yep.
back there. But those are big charges. I mean, typically we would carry a cutting charge.
Wait, was that a blow-up doll? Makarov, you sicko.
Don't act like you haven't tried it overseas, okay? Men get lonely, especially when they're just surrounded by other men.
I like how he puts it in his place and drops a few rounds in it. before
Exactly.
you.
It's part of the enemy.
Yeah. Going upstairs and then coming back downstairs.
Not really. You want to clear that first floor first, establish a
Technically,
foothold.
yeah. When you clear a room, technically, if you leave that room and there are no eyes on the room, the room's technically not cleared anymore. Conditions could change, you know.
Exactly, and that's why it's so important to have that isolation element. Because once you start clearing through this room, we call it like a leapfrog, and you typically will have like a primary clear, and then you'll have a secondary standing by. So once the primary squad initially sets conditions and they establish a foothold and they start leapfrogging their teams, you can send that second squad up to go to the second floor. But that's where communication comes into play. Those squad leaders are really in charge of moving their pieces, but they need to be communicating within each other to make sure, you know, that frontline trace is respected.
Now that guy, he just came in and did some close quarters combat with that one dude right there. I know that we got some training more along the lines of like Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, maybe a little like Aikido, some joint locks and stuff like that, but mostly it was just, you know, make sure you have a gun up.
Another charge.
Love it.
Where is it? His
It
magic
does
Mary
it right.
Poppins purse. He's either
love it.
keystering these things or he's got a real big bag.
I love the classic Call of Duty bullet time moments that you get.
Oh yeah, I know. And all that was done with a pistol. It's like some Wanted stuff where he slows down.
Yep, he perceives time differently.
Copy, basement clear.
Basement clear. Weapons cache.
I see the magazine coming in from the top. That's not anything that I ever used.
So that would be a P90. Pretty sure it's made by FN. It shoots a 5.7 round. Which
Bullpup.
That's a very interesting question. I don't have a lot of experience with the P90. I know about it. Maybe
Yeah.
that's something that you guys can talk about in the comments.
Yeah,
Is a
let us
P90
know what
Yeah, let
that
us know. Is the
top loading,
P90 considered a bullpup?
I'm a fan of the top-loading magazine.
Roach, get on Makarov's computer and
Oh, I love the multicam.
The phase of the operation is now that they've cleared it, they're going into what's known as SSE. So this is where they're going to be ripping all the intel, searching all the rooms for, weapons, anything they can use to basically build a profile and to pursue the enemy. Probably the most important phase of the operation, because obviously rules apply, the law still applies overseas. Unless we have hard evidence to pin against an HVT, you can let them go.
Yeah.
I mean, they've ran multiple missions where they get the same guy multiple times because every time they bag them, they have no evidence. So this is why SSE is so important, because you need something to basically trial that guy.
Use the weapons caches and set up your Claymores if you've got
Okay, now it looks like we're setting up a defensive perimeter
Exactly.
with some Claymores.
We're getting ready for a
Classic.
fight.
Inside, bit dicey putting those Claymores inside. I like your style.
Bold move, Cotton. We'll see how it plays out.
It looks like he's trying to find all the likely ingress areas, likely spots where they would come in.
Yeah. He's got a lot of these Claymores.
The biggest rucksack dropping in here.
Yeah, I know.
About
So heavy.
200 pounds.
Now, typically Claymores didn't really have those, motion sensor trips. Claymores are typically connected to a blasting cap wire, which you can detonate from a distance, but you still need that clacker.
Right, not a motion sensor, not very, yeah.
That's got a little 240.
Yeah.
Very familiar with this
Telltale
weapon.
carrying handle, yeah.
You get that 203, man, might as well start using it. It's an extremely important weapon.
As games progress, they do a good job of giving the AI like a real life, a fullness to them, and like reenacting that kind of communication that you would have on this kind of communication is so important at every step of the way. I love how they do that.
Enemy helos coming in. They're probably gonna drop some dudes. Yeah, dude, nuke this thing. Get it.
Hey.
Oh, you missed. Re-engage.
Oh, yeah, you got
There
him.
you go. Look at that guy just fell out of it. Nice.
Love that classic Russian helicopter look, man.
I know.
I like how the motion sensor doesn't explode when he
When he walks by.
So like a genetically coded motion sensor.
Exactly. Man,
Better
these
Claymore.
Task Force 141 guys get all the cool toys.
Yeah. Well, they do the most dangerous missions, so I can understand.
I'm displacing. You're going to be without sniper support for 30 seconds. Stand by.
Is Captain Price with you right now, too?
It sounds like well, no, wait a
It
second.
sounds like him.
He's supposed to be on a different mission.
Oh, he's in Afghanistan right now, I'm pretty sure. So I wonder who's that sniper team, because they just said they're displacing, so you're going to be without Overwatch for a second.
Yep.
They have been watching the objective this time, so that's good news.
Dracula's killing it here, buddy. I forget who it is. Maybe you guys can tell us in the comments section, but this sounds like the guy, the Warzone announcer.
Yeah,
It's the same
that's
voice.
Price, I'm pretty sure.
That's Price?
The oldest man, the myth, the legend. Dude who's
Yeah,
been
the
alive.
forever warrior.
The forever warrior. He's the spirit. He doesn't exist, but he's the most real thing on the battlefield.
That's right. If you look at Price's face and you just know everything's gonna be all right.
The transfer's complete. I'll cover the main approach while you get a DSM. Move!
Wait, is that Ghost talking right now?
It
I'm
sounds
so
like it.
confused.
Just everybody's got a British accent. It's hard to tell.
British accents just make you sound more intelligent, they make you sound deadlier, they make you sound more good and more evil.
This is why we'd have call signs, right? So you know who's talking.
Yeah.
There's very simple format of radio chatter. It's like, you, this is me, and then they respond with, you, this is me. So that's how you know who exactly is talking. Right now, they're just screaming over the radio, and to be honest, it's the most frustrating thing. That's where people start yelling, get off the net!
Did you have a nickname in the Army?
Hollywood.
What?
You were Hollywood too.
But I was Hollywood too.
Anybody from Los Angeles in the military is
Yeah.
immediately nicknamed Hollywood.
As nicknames go, it's not the worst one you could ever have.
No, there's like face, tard.
Yeah. This is all
Watch
pre-planned.
out for your boy,
You know,
man. Oh,
Ideally, where you're gonna go, you've planned out where your exfil's gonna be.
it's all part of the op war. It's not just figure it out as you go.
No.
I mean,
Everything's
sometimes it
pre-planned.
comes out to that, but typically a well-planned mission. So there's really nothing that can ever go too wrong, which I mean, obviously based off history and things, it has happened. They've been able to overcome and plan for that.
Yeah, we've gotten really good at planning for that controlled chaos.
Roach, I got you covered. Go!
Got it, righteous.
Blimey!
Let's go, man. Mortars are coming in. You gotta move. You're in the reds.
Uh-oh, here it comes.
Oh,
Hang on! London 2-1. I've got that smoke in the tree line. Stand by to engage on my mark.
Hold my hand. It's coming. The painful part.
I don't want to watch.
That's one less loose end.
No! No!
Oh man. Ha!
You bastard! Blech!
Let go of me. I'm a special forces candidate. God.
But they do a good job of really driving the knife into your heart.
Yeah, they do. Oh, the music's so tragic. Oh, the diesel fuel. I hope those cigars kill you, Shepard.
Shepard!
Not cool, bro.
Did we have him on our podcast? Was he on our list of bad soldiers? Because he should have been.
Should have been.
My heart.
Damn. Edit a tear on my face right now.
You ever been betrayed by an officer, shot in the stomach, and then set on fire? Boy, I have.
I know that feeling all too well. Was it cool, Israel? Was it cool?
No, it was heartbreaking. Don't look at me.
Well, I thought it was tragic. And you probably did too if you have a heart.
One of the most iconic gaming moments, you know.
It is. I mean, reliving it over again not only was nostalgic for me, but it brought back my diarrhea because it was so tragic.
Probably not something you should say. It's okay, it's on the internet, it's forever, it's fine,
Forever,
folks.
it's fine. If you guys enjoyed this video, go ahead and check out Gamology on Facebook and YouTube. And if you want to listen to some more stuff by us, go ahead and check out the Pop Culture Field Manual podcast, where me and Israel talk about anything pop culture with a military twist.
If you want to hang out with me a little bit more, go to twitch.tv/myhappyself.
And if you want to check out my streetwear brand, you can find us on Instagram at KitGodApparel or on our website, www.kitgodapparel.com. Thanks, folks. But,
Nerd, dancer, theater major. Wait, that was just what I was.
That's just you. It's okay, I danced in high school, man.
You gotta own it. You gotta own it and be like,
Dude,
yeah, I'm a
it
dancer.
made me an asset. It didn't, you know, it didn't bring me down. It made me an asset in the platoon.